Harry Hagopian is an international lawyer and consultant to the EU on Middle East affairs, and he joins me now from London. Thank you for joining us on the programme, sir.
Pleasure.
This is certainly what the majority of the public wanted in Egypt, seeing Mubarak have his day in court, so to speak. Are you surprised that it actually happened and in the fashion that it happened?
Well, in a sense, yes, I am surprised because there has been a sense of impunity within the whole region, and who would have thought that today would set a precedent whereby a once very powerful ruler of a still powerful country is indicted on charges of unlawful killing and corruption and is brought into court. So in a sense, it's a surprising development. It's a development that will send messages, I believe, both positive and negative to other rulers within the region. And maybe it is one way for the Egyptians to move forward and to take their revolution forward rather than be stuck into the past.
Indeed, if we focus on the actual court case for the moment, it has been adjourned until August the 15th. We did hear defence lawyers talk about documentation that they wanted to see prior to the unrest. How difficult is the case going to be to prove against Mr. Mubarak? Because for every order, he doesn't necessarily send out a memo or an email.
You're absolutely right about that, Suhail. The problem at the moment is, if any of the media leaks are correct, the depositions made by the former president basically deny any responsibility, as he did also today in court. And he says that either they did not obey his orders or will not have obeyed his orders. Now, it's going to be very, very difficult to establish a command responsibility, to establish a legal causality or nexus or connection between him and those unlawful killings. So this is why it's not going to be very easy, and it might well necessitate other people from the military council and other politicians to be called in as witnesses in order to testify what really happened during those crucial days. My own experience from my legal background, but also from what I have observed happen in different settings such as the ICC, is that something like this could drag on for quite a long period. And it is very important to be seen that due process is being applied, and this is not just being a court case that is either vindictive on the one hand or scapegoating the president at the expense of all others on the other.
And this is perhaps where the problem lies for those in charge of Egypt for the moment, because they want to make sure that a trial is seen as fair, transparent and in public, and yet they don't want it to drag on too long, or else they'll see the masses out on the streets, perhaps in Tahrir Square again.
Absolutely. I mean, in a sense, from what I understand, the judge, Ahmed Rifat, is a very fair-minded judge, and the hope is that he would be able to speed things along. Now, given that we are in the holy month of Ramadan in the Muslim world, and given what could be used as delay tactics by the defense lawyers, this might take on a few weeks, or it might certainly drag on for a few more months. But I think at the end of the day, it is important to wrap this up, because whilst many Egyptians might very well rally around this idea of having this man in court and set an example for the rest of the MENA region, on the other hand, I also think that there are far more important issues for the future: elections, constitution, reconstituting the country, that need to be tackled as well. So my hope is that we won't be stuck on this point and let other things either run loose or be ignored.
Well, we shall see what does happen, certainly over the coming days and weeks. For the moment, Harry Hagopian there in our London News Centre. Thanks for joining us, sir.